Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Sandy Benson, and I'm pleased to have with me today Rich Peacock, Peacock Law Group of the Low Country. And Rich, so many questions for a lawyer. I have so many questions. Starting with, I guess, particular to your law firm, what areas of law does your firm practice?
My practice is a general practice, which means that I do a little bit of everything. I do contract cases, I do insurance law, I do personal injury law, I do domestic law. Domestic means family law. I practice in the family courts with divorces, child custody disputes, adoptions. All of those types of cases fall under domestic law. I also do criminal law. I do DUIs. I do probate law. I do wills and trusts and handle people's estates for them. Do real estate law.
So you can really cover almost every area of the law within your firm?
Yes, with the one exception being bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy, okay, all right. And so people a lot of times I think have maybe questions or concerns or don't even really know if they have, say either a legal situation or not. And they don't know what it's going to cost them to get into maybe the answer. So do you start out with like a consultation where you meet with a supposed client that you can help them kind of find out what area they need to be in, if they need to be in an area, and then what direction they go from there? Yes,
I do that. Every time I meet with a potential client for the first time, it's what I like to call an initial consultation. It's what most attorneys call it. Some attorneys do have a fee for initial consultation. My law firm does not charge any fee for initial consultation, and the reason behind that is this. When you first come to me with your legal problem, I don't know if I can help you or not. I don't know the facts of it. I don't even know if you have a legal problem. You may think you do and you don't. I don't feel that charging someone just to tell them if I can help them or not, that's not how I'd like to do business. I like to meet with someone, get to know them, get to understand what their problem is or their issue is, and then if I can help them, great. I can go further and tell them what it would cost, how they'd need to pay for it, those type things. But initially, no, I don't charge for an initial consultation.
Now, what clients, I guess your clients, how do you assist some of your clients as far as, I should say, what type of clients do you assist personally? Like what areas do you work on?
Well, what I do is this. The way I break things down is fairly simple. There are individual clients and there are business clients. Business being, companies, corporations, LLCs, sole proprietorships, those type of things. And individuals being, like say you came in and you wanted to get a divorce. That I consider that an individual client.
Right.
Within those two categories, there's two subcategories for each of them. Businesses can, if someone comes to me and they want to set up a company, a limited liability company, I do that a lot. They come to me, they say, I want to set up a limited liability company. That's not a litigation situation. I consider that non-litigation because there's no one opposing that. You just want to set up a business so you can start your own business, which is great. That would be a business non-litigation. If you came to me as a business owner and said, I've been served, one of my customers says that they don't feel my service met the standards required by the law, and they've served me with papers suing me on that type of thing, then that's a business litigation situation because you have someone on the other side of you against what you do, saying that you didn't do it properly, and then that's where I would defend the business and say, well, these are the reasons that what they did is proper. Individuals, non-litigation for individuals normally falls under drafting a will, drafting a trust, helping someone adopt a child. Sometimes that can, actually an adoption, that's a good example of something that could be litigation or non-litigation because non-litigation would be someone's, been given up to an adoption agency. They're in a they're in an orphanage, they have no ties to their biological family, then you come in and say, okay, I've found this child and I want to adopt them. That's normally a pretty straightforward situation. There's normally not someone on the other side of that arguing and saying, no, I don't want you to adopt this child. Adoption litigation, that's the total opposite side. There's someone on the other side saying, no, this is my child, or you shouldn't be able to adopt this child for these reasons. Then you've got to argue back and forth as to in regards to the adoption. Let's see.
The litigation process, I guess, to summarize, just from what I'm hearing you say, is there's basically someone on this side and someone on this side, and there's kind of a, I guess, they're kind of battling either a idea or a situation, and you're representing this side, and the other side obviously has other representation. Am I sort of getting the litigation process?
That's a very good
layman's terms.
That's a very good layman's terms explanation of the litigation process. A complaint is filed against you saying that someone thinks you've done something wrong. You have to answer that complaint. Then you have a chance to ask the other side, well, what evidence do you have? What reasons do you say I've done something wrong? They have a chance to ask you the same questions. Then if you guys still can't agree on everything, then it proceeds to court for the judge and or the jury to help you make a determination as to what's going on with your situation.
And you know, Rich, I'm sure a lot of people, they probably have a lot more questions even than I can come up with right now, but people want to get a hold of you. How do they do that?
They can either give me a call. My office number is 843-524-0424. They can email me. I have 2 different email addresses that I check quite frequently.
And they can find those on your website?
They sure can.
Okay, terrific. And thank you so much for being with us, and please always come back.
Thanks so much, Sandy. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for joining us today on today's Talk of the Town.